Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well on a Tuesday night. I don't know about the rest of you, but here in Georgia, gasoline has shot up in price just in the last few days. Last few days to a week, maybe. It has really gone up at least 50 cents per gallon. Now, here in Georgia, many of you may not know this, but the last month or so, about 2 months, the governor had suspended the gas tax. So we've been having the effect or the benefit of a break on the gas tax for almost 2 months now. And but that's about to expire at the end of this month. But Governor Kemp has suspended it just to help out, to help out people. And it's made a little bit of a difference. In the gas here in Georgia. But like I said, that is about to expire at the end of this month. It's already going up now. So can imagine what it's going to be like end of this month, 1st of June, right after the holiday. You got the summer travel season increases that hadn't even started yet around the whole country, really. So when you add that up, the tax break gone, the summer increases on top of that. I was talking with Mrs. Dawg a while ago. She said it's going to be over $5 a gallon. Now I know some of y'all are going to say New York, California, you're already over $5. I get it. It's terrible. I know. Here in Georgia, that's a lot. I mean, that's a big increase. But I believe it'll be over $5 here pretty soon. Actually, which is bad. It's bad enough. Now, they'll blame it on the war. They'll also say, it's the summer blend. It's the changeover. Whatever. Total BS. Now, yeah, there might be a little blend difference, whatever, but it shouldn't be costing more. It's total BS. It's a stick it. It's a stick it to you is what it is. But there are a lot of reasons. But it's been, even a couple of weeks ago here, it was about $3.69 a gallon or so. Now I noticed today riding around, it was about $4.10, $4.20 in some places. So it's really, really shot on up there. A pretty big clip. And I have to wonder, how, and I do a lot of driving in my work. My job, but the roads are filled with people all the time. If it goes up to $5 a gallon, I don't think it's going to change much. You would think. Now that might, people might start changing their habits a little bit at $5 a gallon. I don't know. But right now, they're not blinking. It's over $4 and they're just clogging the roads like there's no tomorrow. Driving, in a hurry to go wherever, nowhere. So I just wonder how high does it have to go for people will change, will cut back or whatever, just an observation of mine. I just had to get that out there. But a friend had sent me an article on this apocalyptic food price rises. Now, this was an article about, it's really centered more on UK. The Bank of England, the head or the boss of the Bank of England warns about quote unquote apocalyptic food price rises and urges, get this, but this is the rich part, urges workers to quote unquote reflect before asking for higher wages. Okay. Right. So it's okay to have apocalyptic high food prices, but don't ask for any raises. Yeah. Okay. So it says this guy's name is Andrew Bailey. He's the governor of the Bank of England. Sounds like important title. Anyway, Bank of England boss issues a warning, apocalyptic food price rises around the world. Not just England. So Andrew Bailey cited the health crisis going on for the last couple of years, whatever, the war in Ukraine, whatever, as factors it could not have predicted. He also suggested that workers should not ask for a pay raise. So be happy you just have a job, plebe. You know, you were made to be ruled. What are you thinking? Asking for a cost of living raise? Silly serf. Just be happy. Have nothing. Be happy with it. Heard that before, haven't you? Yep. Anyway, he goes on to say, let's see here. Andrew Bailey told Treasury Select Committee that a very big income shock from the increase in global prices of goods will hit demand in the economy and push up employment. Difficulties in shipping out supplies from Ukraine due to Russia's invasion could hit the world's supplies of wheat and cooking oil. Yet Ukraine is a major producer of both, and global wheat prices have already risen by 25% in the last 6 weeks. On top of that, of the war, China's ongoing wave where they've been in that big lockdown is another factor putting pressure on prices. Well, duh, I guess it is. I mean, you're just now realizing this, I guess, but there's a lot of uncertainty around the situation. Real kidding, man. No kidding. Really? Okay. And, and that is a major worry. Worry is not just, I have to tell you, a major worry for this country. Okay. Bailey calls for employees not to seek pay raises despite the rising costs. This is an apparent reference to the idea that wage increases could lead to more inflation. I guess it's not a problem from him, though. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to ask for a raise, I guess. He probably does anyway. He's probably okay. Does he even shop for food? Does he go out and buy it? Does he know what the prices are? Probably not. Probably not. But it's not just the UK issue, not just the England issue. This will be worldwide, I believe. They're just going to shoot up, keep going up in price. I believe we're going to see civil unrest in a lot of countries. You're already seeing it in places like Sri Lanka. I saw a thing where they were rioting. You had food riots in Iran, parts of Iran, rather. So I think it's going to spread. I think we'll see it. You could see some of this in Europe. Will we see it here in the United States, North America, like in Canada as well? I don't know. It's a good question. We could. I think there's a couple of things that could go into that, could factor into that. I believe here, price, the shooting up of price of food will be the major issue. Like we said before, that in itself can cause a shortage for people that can't afford it. You know, you can't afford it, you can't eat or not eat as much. But I think the big factor, the big X factor here is this dang diesel fuel thing is hanging over everybody. A lot of talk, a lot of chatter about running out of diesel fuel. Now, if that materializes, it grounds a lot of trucks. That's a whole different ballgame right there. That's a game changer. We can really see big time shortages, okay? If that happens. I think it could be a huge issue. I think we could see a lot of food theft going on if that happens. I mean, everything is off the table at that point. I think truckers are at risk. I think they'd have to have security at stores. It would be crazy. Food banks are struggling. Heck, they'd probably get robbed. You know what? Ransacked, maybe. But hope not. But anyway, let's keep our eyes on all these stories. Of course, I'll try to keep y'all up to date as much as possible as well. Really good verse. Actually, 2 verses. You've probably heard this one before, but a really good one. This is from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 and 12 says, "Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." Amen. "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." Amen. On the full armor of God, We need to pray and do that every time we leave the home. Okay. Really, the dark world. Yeah, that's, seeing a lot of that right now. And anyway, that's what I have for now. You guys take care. Keep stacking and be safe. God bless you. I'll see you soon.